baby. Good morning, beloveds. Oh, no, she took one look and turned around. Foster's in here, but I was going to see if Sugar wanted to come in. 'Cause it's cold. So that tends to make the cats a little clingy. Because they're like, oh, you are a source of warmth. I want to be close to you. So, because we got up, we went to the gym, and it's just cold. Tomorrow is going to be colder. I think the app on my phone said it was 39, but my car said it was 42. So, it's supposed to be in the 30s tomorrow, and then go back up into the 80s by the middle of the week. Gotta love weather. All right. And an interesting day yesterday. I went to the dentist. And the dentist was like, you know what? I think that's just a burnout on the radio thing. And so he said, let's just watch this for 6 more months. It may just be a shadow. So I didn't have to have a cavity filled yesterday. And then I went to a book sale, a sidewalk sale, and I bought 4 books and spent $2. And then I made the mistake of going in the store and spent $75. But I got a collection of 8 of C.S. Lewis's books, and so which is where the money was. So it was good. They were not used, they were new. All right, it is March 19th. Our title is Love or Anger. The first quote is, cease from anger and forsake wrath. Fret not thyself in any wise to do evil. In any wise to do evil. And that is Psalm 37:8. I would suggest go read the Psalm. And the second quote is, we must say that all thought is creative according to the nature, impulse, emotion, or conviction behind the thought. And that is Science of Mind, page 30. Ernest Holmes said that all thought is creative. This statement means, among other things, that we help shape our outer circumstances according to what we think and feel. For example, whether we express loving feelings or angry feelings towards others determines whether they express love or anger in return. Anger stems from many causes, of course, but often the reason for our anger is our desire for people to meet our expectations of them. When they persist in being themselves, we may become angry. When we do, we temporarily block the flow of loving feelings within ourselves, and anger, particularly when it persists, can make us completely forget to be loving. Then we cease attracting loving experiences into our lives. Not only that, but also anger can wreak havoc upon our body. What shall we create with our thoughts and feelings? Conflict or loving companionship? If we choose the latter, then we must agree to give up the need to have our own way, to see others as the spiritual beings they are, and to let love's action harmonize our every human interaction. The presence and power of God here and now expresses through me, creating only perfect circumstances in my life. I release the need to control others. I enjoy people as they are, and they enjoy me. I am relaxed, at peace, willing to give love and receive love. Everywhere I go, I am among friends, and I am grateful for my loved ones. And that is MS, Margaret Stortz. And it's interesting that in this entire book, there's only 3 pages that are highlighted. Today being one of them. And the particular thing that is highlighted is often the reason for our anger is our desire for people to meet our expectations of them. Okay, so if you go back and look at Buddhism says that attachment is what causes suffering. Well, that's what expectations are. Expectations are the attachment to a particular outcome. You have a particular way you expect people to act towards you. And when they don't do that, then you get upset. That's exactly what that is saying. Rather than allowing people to be who they are. Now, this is a very big source of conflict in families, especially with parents and children, where parents expect children to be a certain way, and then when the children don't act a certain way, or I'll give you a very good example, go into a certain job field, then the parents are unhappy. But yet, if the child goes into this certain job field and it's not what the child wants, then the child is very unhappy. And then the child is very unhappy with everyone around them. And then everyone around them is very unhappy. So, and it just kind of spreads like that. And so attachment creates suffering. When we can let people be who they are and interact with them. And that's one of the reasons why, I taught a lot about, what your energy is. When you have a particular energy with people, then they tend to respond to that energy. Not always because I do use real world examples, and there's a very real world example going on in my life right now of a parent and child not agreeing, and the child doing what the parent wants, not what the child wants. And when I say that, this child is in their mid-20s. So, and so this child is very unhappy with what they are doing. And they happen to have a particular class that made them even more unhappy, which then they would come into work with us and they're very unhappy. And we were very unhappy with them. Okay. And so what it took from us was to soften our energy and to understand what they are going through. Now, did it make us happy? Absolutely not, because this person was just awful to be with. So in that case, what those of us who were not dealing with this, what we had to do was draw back. It's like, all right, you know what? You're pretty prickly to interact with, so I'm not going to interact with you any more than I absolutely have to. But then that also, we would come home from our jobs, prickly and happy because of the situation we were in. And then we take that out on our family, and it just kind of spreads. So it took, now the good news is that this person is now in a different class, which is nowhere near as awful. And so they're back to their more usual, self and interacting with us differently. But it's like, I know that the way that this person was interacting with us and then the way we were interacting back, even if we were trying not to respond to the energy they were putting out, we were really guarding our, energy. But it meant we couldn't interact with them at all. We were doing the best, because I am a big believer if somebody is behaving badly, I'm not going to put myself out there to let them behave badly on me. All right. So then this person was isolating themselves by their energy at work, which was probably making it worse. You get back what you put out. Honest to God, you get back what you put out. And so if you're having a miserable day and you're taking your miserable day out on everybody else, your miserable day is spreading. Okay? Now, those of us who are enlightened spiritual beings, we do the best we can, but still, it was hard. It was hard. I know I came home frustrated more than once and then didn't want to, go to work the next day to be with this person. So expectations, attachments. Yeah. Real world example. So I'm trying to not, I'm trying to be very cautious because, but if you want love, put love out. All of our thoughts are creative. All of our behaviors are creative. What we are thinking, what we're experiencing, what we are going through, it's going to leak out and it's going to touch the people around us. And so some days you have to put your armor on, yes, you can be going through things and then you can let people know, hey, I'm going through some stuff, and apologize, pre-apologize for your behavior. But then it's on you to understand your behavior and to pull it back. And that's one of the reasons why, like, I'm a big advocate for looking people in the eye and going, I see you for the spiritual being you are. But I also am not going to put up with your bad behavior. It's like, I'm going to love you from a distance and wait. So, it's not your job. It's not our job to fix other people. They have got to go through the things that they are going through. The only thing that we can do is hold our lights up so that they can find their path again and forgive them. It's like, let me draw away while you are going through what you are going through, because I can't help you. The only thing I can do is not make it worse by interacting with your energy and, up-leveling all of that. The best that I can do for you in this situation is to pull back my energy. Pull back my energy and let you wrestle with your own demons. But I'm going to hold my light. And then when you come out of it, I'll still be here. I'll still be here. And that's something that people forget. Sometimes you got to let people wrestle with their own demons. Do I believe in demons? No, but you know what I mean. You got to let them wrestle with their own consciousness, their own stuff, and just hold the light up and see them as the loving beings that you know that they are underneath. And then when they're ready to come back, don't hold it against them. And that's the hard part. That's the hard part. To not hold, it's like, do you know what you just put us all through? To not do that. So, if all of our thoughts are creative, the more loving that we can be with ourselves and the more loving we can be with each other, and we can acknowledge when we are struggling, and maybe occasionally pre-apologize, then we'll get through it. We'll get through it. So, I don't know, Margaret. Did I do you justice? Let people, what she said is let people be who they are. Let people be who they are. When they persist in being themselves, we may become angry. When we do, we temporarily block the flow of loving feelings within ourselves, and anger, particularly when it persists, can make us completely forget to be loving. Then we cease attracting loving experiences in our own life. And it is hard to watch people go through that. It is hard to watch people go. It's hard to go through it. But sometimes you just have to back up and let people figure it out themselves. And just be ready when they're ready. Hold your light up. Shine your light on the path. Let them find their own path, because they'll be stronger for it when they do. So, what shall we create with our thoughts and feelings? All right. Let people be who they are. And let yourself be who you are. I think that's one of those big things. If suffering comes from attachment and attachment comes from expectations, the best thing that you can do for yourself and other people is let everybody be who they are. It's okay to have wants, okay to have needs, it's okay to have desires, but you got to let people be who they are. And talk to them. That's one of those things. Talk to them. So, and not every person is going to meet your every need. That's why we have a variety of people around us. So, the mission today, should we choose to accept it, and it's kind of a multi-layered one. The mission today is about letting people be who they are, and letting your expectations of who they are, including yourself, go. Be who you are. And let me remind you who you are. Whatever else the world has told you, you are a beloved child of God. We are made by God, of God, for God. We are made of spirit. We are children of spirit. That is who we are. We are made of love, by love, for love. And that's what we want to lean into. All right, beloveds. Which then leads into the other thing that I suggest, which is to do something loving for yourself, do something kind for yourself, do something compassionate for yourself. Whatever that looks like. It looks like letting go of expectations. It looks like maybe drawing back from somebody who is having a hard time. Don't abandon them. You know the difference. But draw back, Don't let yourself get caught up in their maelstrom. So, it looks like taking a deep breath before you speak, especially when you are talking to somebody who's going through some stuff. Take a deep breath before you speak to them. It looks like taking a walk, taking a nap. It looks like taking care of yourself. It is absolutely about self-care. I make no bones about that. It is also about making room for joy. When other people are going through stuff, it doesn't mean you have to go with them. You are allowed to be happy. You are allowed to have joy in your life. Your life is a special occasion. Treat it as such. Eat dessert first. All right. Don't save the good stuff. All right. Okay. I'm going to just run through the rest of this. I do encourage you to do something to engage your mind, your body. I do encourage you to drink plenty of water. Hydration is super important. Your brain works better when it's hydrated, and your skin looks better when it's hydrated. I do encourage you to get early in your day, bright light. I was up before the sun and well on my way to the gym before the sun came up. And the sunrise was actually really pretty today. There was some nice pink and blue in it today. So, hopefully get that early in your day, bright light. It's called a circadian rhythm. It's science. You can look it up. It's about a hormone rhythm, a hormone balance. And you'll sleep better at night and have more energy during the day. So early in your day, bright light, artificial light can help too. So take care of yourself. And then open the windows of your soul. Allow the breath of heaven to remind you do live in heaven right here, right now. It's all around us all the time. And opening the windows of the soul is partly about dropping those expectations of people, letting them be who they are, and loving them for who they are, not who you think they are. That is part of that, what that means when I say open the windows of your soul. Throw open the windows of your soul and see people for who they are, who they truly are, and allow yourself to be seen as who you truly are. And whatever else that looks like, you are beloved children of God. That's what you want to focus on and keep in mind. And take Emma's advice. Look for the good and praise it. So, all right. I guess I'm at the part where I remind you about the social media. We are Creative Life Spiritual Center, Creative Life Spark. I'm the running Rev Ryan on the social medias that I am on. So please avail yourself of the content that's on there. There's good stuff. We try and share good stuff when we see it. And then remember that if you want to know what's going on at the center, you can always email info@creativelife.org. That'll get you on a constant contact. You'll get at least one email a week, and the hot links are hot. If it says click here now in the email, it will take you right to the information you want or to the person that can help you get it. So, our website is creativelife.org, and that has a new feature on it, where if you click on the Sunday Talks, it'll take you right to our YouTube channel. So please go and like and share, like and subscribe, especially with YouTube. If you subscribe, anytime we post a new video, it'll notify you. So that'll be a good thing, which I haven't done on the Running Rev Ryan in a while, so I need to get on that. Yeah. They've separated everything out, so it's right now sharing across platforms is not as easy, and so it's just like, okay, I get the safeguards, but it means more work. Okay, let me take a deep breath. I'm at the part where I get to encourage you to have a great day, a wondrous day, a fantastic day, a magical day, an enchanted day, a wonder-filled day, an amazing day, a Sunday, a drop your expectations day, a let it be as it is day, a let people be who they are day, a recognizing beloved children of God day, a choosing love day, a willingness to let go of anger day, a good day. And if that's too much pressure, simply have a day, because you are enough just as you are. You're a beloved child of God, a brilliant light, a divine spark. You are spirit in action. You are God in motion. You are godling, in whom God is well pleased and well represented. It is the truth of your being. What we teach in Science of Mind is to see the material reality and see the truth behind it. And the truth behind it is that every one of us is a beloved child of God. You are a beloved child of that spirit that made us all. That is all there really is. All right, beloveds. Reverend David should be on around 5 p.m. with you. Oh, I need a drink of water. I'll be back with you around 9 a.m., but it's Sunday, which means we will have a service right here on Facebook Live for you at 11 a.m. It'll be good. It always is. You know Reverend Jesse, he's good. So take care of yourself. Know that you are loved, and I will see you next time.